Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing great. Today we're going to continue working on the second part of Unit 3, which is called How's Your Food? In this case, we're going to be talking about eating out in restaurants, right, and ordering food in restaurants. So, the first part here says eating out, talk together, or in this case, talk to me, right? Answering these questions. How often do you go to cafes or restaurants? Are there any good places to eat near your home? Try to think of your answers. Well, in my case, and without considering this quarantine, right, and this pandemia, I usually go to restaurants or cafes maybe 2 or 3 times a month, right? Especially when we have celebrations, right, with our families and friends, birthdays, or any other type of special occasion. We usually decide to go to restaurants in those cases. Near my home, there aren't any good restaurants. There are some good, like sushi's delivery, right? But there aren't any good restaurants. What about you? Now, we're going to read the information from a guide to eating out in Melbourne, Australia. So if you go to Australia, you have here 3 different options of different places where you can eat. Let's read, and we're going to try to answer these 4 questions. Which restaurant is owned by a family? Which restaurant has tables outside? Which one is open on Sundays? And which one sometimes has live music? Okay, so you can pause the video now and read the descriptions of these 3 restaurants, okay? Now, which restaurant is owned by a family? Abla's Lebanese restaurant, right? We have here is a family-owned restaurant. Good. Number 2, which restaurant has tables outside? And we have in the image, you can see, right? The Bridge restaurant, which has a terrace, right? For outdoor dining. Which restaurant is open on Sundays? The Bofa Devi Docklands, right? It says that it's only closed on Mondays. So we assume that it's open on Sundays. Very good. And which one has sometimes live music? That would be the first option, right? The Bridge Restaurant. They play jazz every Friday. Very good. Now, we're going to now listen to a conversation between Brian and Lynn. We have Brian and Lynn over there. They are cousins and they want to celebrate Lynn's birthday, right? They're going to talk about these 3 options and they are going to choose one. Try to identify which restaurant they choose and why. All right? Let's see.
Track 21.
So, where are you taking me?
Well, I've had a look in this guide, and I think these 3 look quite good. Have a look. What do you think?
Well, they all look nice, but I went to Bopa Devi recently.
Okay, then what about this one?
Ablas?
Yeah, I've heard the food there's very good.
I don't know. It's a long way from here.
Okay, how about the Bridge?
Yeah, we could sit outside. But do you think they do vegetarian food?
I'm sure they do.
Okay, let's go to the Bridge. Is that okay with you?
Sure, it's your birthday.
Great.
I'll call and book a table for, say, 7:30.
Fine.
Right. What's the number? I think.
Okay, so were you able to pick up what restaurant did they choose? The Bridge restaurant. Very good. And why? Well, she has already gone to the Bufa Divi, right? And she says that the Abla Lebanese restaurant was a bit far away from their places, right? They talked about outside doors, they wanted to eat outside, and they also mentioned that they needed something with vegetarian options, right? Because Lynn is vegetarian. So that is why they decided to go here. Very good. Now let's have a look at the menu, right? This is a menu. We have here three different sections: the starters or appetizers, they are called as well, the main courses, and desserts, right? Um, all of these are courses. Remember that we use the word course. The starter is one course, this is another type of course, and the last one, right? So they might have a 3-meal course. Now, let's pay attention to the options here. We have soup of the day, pear, apple, and cheese salad. If we have the V over here, it means that it's suitable for vegetarians, right? Warm olives with oil and bread. For main courses, we have homemade pasta in a tomato and olive sauce, grilled salmon with potatoes and green salad, steak in a mushroom sauce with roasted potatoes. That sounds delicious. Fried rice with mushrooms, prawns, and green vegetables with a fresh cucumber salad. And for desserts, we have all of these options are vegetarian, right? Warm chocolate cake with chocolate or vanilla ice cream, a cheese plate with toast, or fresh fruit salad with cream. Delicious, right? Now we're going to listen again, and they're going to be ordering food from this menu. So try to tick the things that they order, all right? Remember that we're going to listen once. You can go back the video and listen again in case you need it.
Track 22.
Hi, are you ready to order?
Yes, I think so. What's the soup of the day?
Today it's cream of mushroom soup.
Okay, so I'll have that and the pasta, please.
Okay. And for you, sir?
Yeah, could I have the cheese salad to start?
Cheese salad.
And then the steak?
Fine. And how would you like your steak?
Medium, please.
All right. Can I get you something to drink?
Do you want some wine?
Not right now, actually. Maybe later.
Okay.
Can we have a bottle of water?
Sure. Sparkling or still?
Still.
Yep.
Still, please.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Okay, so let's see. What did they order? Let's start with Lynn. She was the first one, right? So she ordered a soup of the day. Very good. Which was a mushroom soup, a mushroom cream, right? If I remember correctly. And for the main course, she ordered the pasta, homemade pasta in a tomato and olive sauce, right? Now for Brian, he asked for the cheese salad, right? The pear, apple, and cheese salad. And for the main course, he asked for the steak in a mushroom sauce with roasted potatoes, right? The waiter then asked, how would you like your steak, right? This is very common when you are in a restaurant and you order any type of meat, right? They ask you, how would you like it, right? In this case, I think he said medium, right? Not to cook, not to undercooked as well, right? And did they order desserts? Not yet, right? They're going to do that probably later on. What about the drinks? Did they order some drinks? Wine? No, right? Just a bottle of water to start. Very, very good. Now, if you look at the menu, what dishes would you like to try from here? Is there any that call your attention, baby? Okay. Now, if you pay attention, this is how we write menus, right? We include different options and we often use a lot of, we talk about specific ingredients, right? menus have to be very clear, right? So you know what you're asking for. Yes? Now, you're going to write your own menu in a homework I'm going to assign. So try to pay attention to the way this is written. Okay? Now, let's continue. Here we have some extracts of the conversation between Brian and Lynn and the waiter. And what I want you to do is to put the lines of the restaurant conversations in order from 1 to 12. Okay? You can pause the video now and then we're going to check. So, are you ready? Let's see. We have number 1. The waiter says, "Hi, are you ready to order?" "Yes, I think so." "What's the soup of the day?" "Today it's cream of mushroom soup." Maybe I can write the number here. Today is cream of mushroom soup. Very good. Number 4 would be, "Okay, so I will have that and the pasta, please." "Okay, and for you, sir?" And then he says, "Could I have the cheese salad to start and then the steak?" "Fine. How would you like your steak?" Right? That's the question you ask. How would you like your steak? And he says, "Medium, please." Oh, this is awful. Medium, please. Then we have, "All right, can I get something to drink?" She says, can we have a bottle of water?" "Sure, sparkling or still?" And she says, "Still, please," right? And that's me at 12. Very, very good. So these are the most common questions. If you pay attention, the language is very formal, right? Could I have? How would you like? Can I get? Right? We use offers, language for offers, right? And requests, but very politely. Yes. I don't know if it is because this is a fancy restaurant or something, but the idea is for you to always be polite with the rest. Okay. Good. Let's continue. Now, as I told you before, when we describe meals, right, we use different expressions to make them more appealing, more interesting, or to give more information about the type of meal we are talking about. So, for example, if I say soup and only soup, right, instead of calling the soup of the day, that you know that that soup is constantly changing. The same case as if we say warm chocolate cake with ice cream, right? You know that it has something else. Now, this section is called nouns with prepositional phrases. Now, look at the sentences 1 and 2 and then circle the nouns and underline the prepositional phrases in 3 to 6. So, if we pay attention, in the circles we have nouns, right? The main ingredient, right, or element of the menu, the noun. And after that, we have the prepositional phrase, which is called like that, of course, because we have a preposition and then the rest of the phrase. Yes? It gives you more information about the noun. Warm chocolate cake with ice cream. Yes? The ice cream goes with the cake. Let's see the rest of the examples. In number 3 it says fresh fruit salad with ice cream. Yes? So what's the noun in here? Salad, right? The salad. Fresh, that's an adjective. Fruit is also a noun, but it's modifying salad. It's not any type of salad. It's a fruit salad, right? And then we have the prepositional phrase with ice cream. Pasta in a tomato and olive sauce. The noun is pasta and the preposition in a tomato and olive sauce. Yes, that's the preposition here. Warm olives with oil and breath. Olives with preposition, oil and breath. And then steak in a mushroom sauce with roasted potatoes. The noun here is steak. Yes, and then we have all the rest of the sentence. Oh, that was a very straight line. Very good for me. Now, put the highlighted phrase in the correct place in each sentence. So what you're going to do is that here we have prepositional phrases. You're going to look for the noun and you're going to place the phrase, after the noun, okay? So let's see, we have, I like to book a table, please, for two, a table for two, right? Now, pause the video and do the rest of the exercises now. Okay, so let's check your answers. Number 2 says, my parents cook a big meal every weekend for 9 or 10 people. That would be here, right? My parents cook a big meal for 9 or 10 people every weekend. Very good. Next one, the correct answer would be, could I have the chicken in garlic sauce, please? Could I have the chicken, the noun, in garlic sauce, please? That table is free. Why don't we sit there? That table in the corner is free. Why don't we sit there? Very good. This expression in the corner is sometimes tricky. Yes? We can say in the corner or on the corner. In the corner is where when we talk about places that are inside something, right? For example, in your house. In this case, we talk about a table that is inside the restaurant. That is what we use in. But if we are talking about, for example, a restaurant and we want to say that is in the corner of the street, we say on because it is above. Okay? On the corner. The restaurant on the corner. Yes, it's not inside something, it's on top of the corner, right? So be careful with that. I'm going to give you more examples of this, so don't worry. Now, 5. Would you like a bottle of water with your meal? The weather was great, so we sat at a table on a terrace. Very good. There's a good menu and the staff are very friendly. There's a good menu with lots of vegetarian dishes and the staff is very friendly. I will have the salmon with rice, please. Do you have them all correct? Very good. Now let's go to page 134 to do some more exercises. Here we have it. Nouns with prepositional phrases. So you can use prepositional phrases to give extra information about nouns. Let's go to the restaurant. Which restaurant? The restaurant in the town center. I like the salad. Which salad? The salad with blue cheese, right? To be more specific. Can you give me the book? Which book? The book on the table. Prepositional phrases can go after a noun. See the example here. Let's go to the restaurant in the town center. Noun, and after the noun, prepositional phrase. Now, adjectives, which also give extra information about nouns, they usually go before a noun. Yes? Let's go to the Italian restaurant. Yeah, remember we don't say the house blue, we say the blue house. So adjectives go before, right? But you can also use adjectives and prepositional phrases at the same time to give extra specific information. So let's go to the Italian restaurant in the town center next to the cinema. Yes? And then we have two different prepositional phrases that give extra information, and we also have the idea that is an Italian restaurant. It's not the same as saying, let's go to the restaurant. Let's go to the restaurant in the town center. There are many restaurants in the town center. Oh, let's go to the Italian restaurant in the town center. But why if you have two options? Well, then we have next to the cinema. Very specific, right? Now, complete the sentences with the prepositions from, in, on, or with. Sometimes we have two options in some cases, so beware of that. Pause the video now, do the exercises, and then I'm going to give you the answers. All right? Okay, so are you ready? Let's see. We have, I'm going to write the answers over here, I think. Now, for number one, we have churrasco. Churrasco is grilled meat with salt and garlic. Number two, this is Rajiv, my friend from work. Very good. Let's go to the coffee shop on the corner. Remember, in this case, on the corner, because we're talking about a street, right? Something that is outside. 4. I usually have my tea with milk. I usually have my tea with milk. Then we have the food in the restaurant, or you can also say from the restaurant, the supermarket, I'm sorry, is cheap. Two options, the food in that supermarket or from that supermarket. Number 6 says the girl with blonde hair is my sister. The girl with blonde hair is my sister. Yes? Then we have 7. Do you know the man in the gray suit? In the gray suit, that means that the man is wearing it. We can also say with if the person has the suit in their hands and is not wearing it. Yes? That's the difference. He has a house with a small garden. He has a house with a small garden. 9. The hotel on the hill has a great view. On the hill, like on top. And the market in the town center is good for fresh fruit. Yes, those are the answers. Now, the last exercise. Put the words in order to make sentences. So pause the video again and put the words in order. Pay attention to nouns and, of course, prepositional phrases. Okay, so are you ready to check? Let's see. Number 1 says, steak in red wine sauce sounds nice. Very good. Number 2, grilled salmon with potatoes is my favorite dish. With grilled salmon with potatoes is my favorite dish. Yes? You can also say my favorite dish is grilled salmon with potatoes, but here we have a capital letter, so we're kind of cheating, right? Number 3. Do you have the cheese plate with fruit bread today? Do you have the cheese plate with fruit bread today? 4. The soup of the day is tomato with basil. The soup of the day is tomato with basil. Very good. I would like the fresh fruit salad with cream for dessert, please. I would like the fresh fruit salad with cream for dessert, please. And the last one, can we have 2 coffees with milk and sugar, please? Can we have 2 coffees with milk and sugar, please? Yes? What do you think of the dishes and drinks? Would you like to order them in a restaurant? What sounds nice to you? Real salmon. That sounds delicious. Now let's go back to the unit. Eating out. And the last activity is speaking. You might do this alone or with a friend maybe, or you can do a writing about it, right? We can talk about this in our next online meeting. Think about a meal you had recently. Where did you have a meal? In a restaurant or cafe, at a party, at a friend's house? We are truly thinking about these moments like very sad, right? Because I hope that you haven't done this in a long time, right? Especially because of this quarantine. When did you have it? Who with? What did you eat? How was the food? What was the place like? And did you have a good time? Yes? Try to describe your meals and give details. Okay? Probably I'm going to give you a homework about this, an optional homework, of course, right? So we can chat a bit about restaurants and food. Okay? That's everything for today, guys. As always, write me back in case you have any questions. Bye bye.